Welcome to another episode of Meaningless. I am Analia, and today I want to talk to you about how this new world, how this age of Aquarius starts coming in with an ending and with the beginning of a spiritual journey that is asking us to uncover truth. Now, we had the Pisces eclipse on September 18th. We have entered the twilight zone. A Pisces eclipse rips a hole in the reality of what we think is real, and it allows us to see truth, not only within ourselves, within the collective, but within our relationship dynamics. And particularly within our relationship dynamics, because what we are dealing with is a Pisces eclipse and then a Libra eclipse. So the Pisces eclipse being the opener, the Libra eclipse being the closer, and all of this happening while we are finishing upgrading parts of us that have been in transition since 2008. So there's a lot going on in the universe right now, and the way that that energy is affecting each and every one of us will be slightly different based on what is in our birth chart. But overall, we are all beginning and ending something. So Pisces energy is very much about oneness. It's about spirituality. It is the deep, dark, bottom of the ocean emotional state that we all have. It is where we connect to our most spiritual selves, and it is the karmic lesson of everything we've experienced within our life. Now, Pisces energy wants us to learn through overcoming traumas, through overcoming darkness, as is the bottom of the ocean. We can't see what's in the bottom of the ocean until we go down there with a big light. And right now we have the big light. And we have that big light with an air of justice, because we are in an energy right now where a number of planets, positions, aspects involve Libra. Now, Libra is justice. It is scales. It is balancing things out. It is the first sign in the zodiac that acknowledges the other. When you look at it on your birth chart, it is the 7th house. So the first house is us, me, and the 7th house, the one at the other end, is you, is the collective, is other. And so we are in this balancing out right now of everything. And that justice is rolling in with Big Daddy Saturn, the karmic taskmaster, the daddy with the backhand of karmic lessons, in retrograde. So slowed down so he can really take a look at what you've been doing. And we have Pluto, the king of the underworld, in Big Daddy Capricorn energy for the last time while we walk this earth. Now, Big Daddy Capricorn energy is asking you to take responsibility for who you are, responsibility for your joy, responsibility for your pain, responsibility for the choices you make to not show up as yourself that inevitably lead you to believe that you are unworthy of showing up as yourself. We are being asked to look within in order to heal within the collective. And we are in a period of time where not one single lie will be left in the dark. All of these things are going to be uncovered. And there's a lot of interesting things happening in October that are very much about this. Now, normally Libra season is a light-hearted season, okay? Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is about love and relationships and contracts. But Venus right now is in Scorpio. Scorpio, the emotional detective. Scorpio, the phoenix who will burn everything to the ground in order to grow something new, in order to return like a phoenix, more powerful and more ready to take on the world. So we have this huge water energy, this huge, a little bit untrusting, very secretive, very detective-like energy ruling over all of our relationship dynamics. And there are two reasons for that. One is because we are the emotional detectives of what is going on in other people, because it triggers this mirror effect of having to look at ourselves through that same mirror, through that same pair of glasses and filter of what could it be about me that other people don't trust, that other people think I'm hiding. What is another emotional detective trying to see in me, and what do they sense that I'm being dishonest about? And it really asks us to shine that light on ourselves and ask, why am I not showing up as myself? Where is this hidden in my darkness? Where do I need to burn something to the ground in order to grow stronger as this phoenix, as this authentic version of me? And so as we unveil this truth, it is asking us to go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. Every time we are uncovering a truth, we will find that there is a deeper truth underneath that. And we are moving towards right now the eclipse on the 3rd of October, which closes out the Libra portion of the last 2 years of energy we've been dealing with, that has been asking us to remove all unbalanced relationships that allow us to show up as a fake version of ourselves. As we move into this age of Aquarius that asks us to be authentic, we have to realize that anytime we try to not be authentic, anytime we try to hide, we are going to receive a huge backhand, and we are going to be shown that that is not the way. There is no way forward now that doesn't involve you being authentic, uncovering your shadow, and having your secrets come out. And you can look at all of the collective noise right now that is happening around that. You know, we can only look at the celebrity world right now to see that there is literally no way of keeping secrets, okay? The Pisces eclipse ripped the hole, and now Venus in Scorpio goes into the hole, goes into the depths, is going to reveal gruesome details. Do not be surprised if somebody that you had leave your life over the last couple of months, that you start finding out secrets, that you start finding out the actual depth behind your intuitive feeling to leave that relationship dynamic. One of the other situations that we have in Libra right now is Lilith, and Lilith is the primal feminine energy. She is the dark side of our emotions, and right now she wants justice too. And we will start to see issues involving the feminine energy, the women of this world, really starting to be uncovered. And what we need to be careful about while we are in this is the spiritual haze, the spiritual bypassing, and the delusion that Neptune in retrograde is giving us. And partly it is doing that because it is asking us to find the truth. This is the energy of not believing everything you see, everything you hear, everything you are told. This is asking you to be a detective for yourself, because this energy can push people to projecting lies in order to find power, because power feeds the ego, and the ego is what steps up when we don't want to face our truth, when we don't want to take responsibility, when we want to blame. And as we move forward, we see this weekend, so the 27, 28 of September, we are having a Mercury cazimi. The story that that tells is information that we need to be able to move forward. So this weekend, pay particular attention to conversations you are having, to information you are seeing, to things you are finding out. These are going to play out over the next 6 months, and they will be part of the ending of the Libra Aries eclipse. There will be things that you start hearing about in your relationship spaces, in your work spaces, within areas where other people are involved. You are going to start having these conversations this weekend that are going to lead you to understand who you are when you stand up in front of people, when you come out into public, where your I am energy needs to be balanced. There will also be conversations happening this weekend that are going to lead to contracts being signed, that are going to lead to business opportunities, because Libra and Venus are about that: business opportunities, contracts being signed, long-term things being put in place. And with Scorpio ruling over the whole of that energy, Scorpio is about investing, long-term investing, and being able to build something solid so that we don't have to work every day. Scorpio is money we don't have to earn on the daily. So we will be seeing conversations coming up this weekend that are going to allow us to find a way forward into this investment into our worth. Because as we lift our self-worth by coming out of our shadow, by allowing our authenticity to be out there, to be seen, the more we make space for ourselves in that way, it improves our self-worth, because we start seeing those people who are meant for us reacting to our authentic selves in an open-hearted manner. And as they do that, it increases our idea of who we are as being something worthy of being seen. And our self-worth and our financial worth are connected. And right now, especially for the next month, they are working in harmony with each other. Now, we have Jupiter going retrograde on the 9th of October. Now, Jupiter is the only planet that when he goes retrograde, we don't have to panic. Jupiter in retrograde is still a positive aspect, and all it is doing is asking us to slow down with how we are moving forward. It gives us more of a chance to see how to move forward, more of a chance to take risks from a very curious point of view. Now, this could be a little bit frustrating if you are about to take a big move on a plan, because Gemini energy in Jupiter wants to move very quickly. And so really take this opportunity to be more curious about how to move forward. This is the energy of being ready to jump, but needing to stop and wait because there are things that you don't know. Okay, so while it is frustrating, we need to understand that it is for the greater good, particularly because when Pluto goes direct on the 12th of October, we also see Jupiter, who will be retrograde, so slowing us down, making a positive aspect with our childhood wounds, also in retrograde, slowing us down. And so we come out of Pluto in retrograde, which has been kind of allowing us to clean up our own noise, clean up our own BS, right? Allowing us to look into our own shadow, our own fears, our own addictive behaviors, and fix it ourselves. And when Pluto goes direct, particularly in Capricorn, daddy discipline, that is when you will feel the hand of karma, good or bad. Okay. And because it is having that same aspect of being able to expand through healing our wounds, we will be moving forward, really seeing the balance restored based on how much work we have been doing. If you have been working very hard on yourself, very hard on a business, very hard on a relationship, this is the energy of being able to see it move. Even though we are in a lot of retrogrades, this is where we start seeing the small steps forward paying off. Okay, now we have a great energy the next day that is going to bring anything up in a relationship that is not working, and it is a fight energy. So be aware of that and really take into account that that will also be the last few days of where we are communicating from a place of balance, because once Mercury moves into Scorpio, we start to not give as much of a fuck about how people are hearing us communicate, and we start wanting to be more secretive around people we do not trust. So really use this first half of the Libra season to get all of your communication out of the way that is going to require balance. We have also got an Aries full moon. Now, the Aries full moon is what breaks the eclipse energy, all right? So we will be in this eclipse energy until we get that Aries full moon, which is on the 17th. And that is going to show us who we are. That is the light shining on our I am emotional energy. And it is coming after all of these secrets have come out, after all of our darkness has been laid out on the table for us to look at, after we have been told to take responsibility, had that put into our own hands, had daddy discipline Capricorn come back in and take it out of our control and start rolling out the damn karma, the rewards, the lessons. Okay, rewards and lessons are starting to be rolled out around the 12th and 13th of October. And so we start then seeing the truth of all of these gruesome details that we're finding out between now and then. Okay, so all of these things are part of this spiritual journey that is part of how we are moving forward into this new age, this new collective. And the reason why we are dealing with that is because we cannot truly move into a collective understanding while we have so many shadows and fears in our own closet. It is through understanding what's in our own shadows and fears. It is through knowing these programs that hold authority over our everyday reaction that need to be broken down. It is those things that give us hate for other people, fear for other people, ego, thinking we're better than other people. It is how we manipulate other people and why we manipulate other people. And the next 2 years of this Pisces Virgo eclipse cycle that officially starts next year and does not end until the very beginning of 2027, that is what it is telling us to do. That is where we are heading. And this new world, it begins with truth coming out. And if you fight it, if you refuse to look at it yourself, Pluto and Daddy Discipline Saturn and Capricorn and Neptune, when she goes direct, it will come out on the table for everyone to see. So take control of this transition, take control of this spiritual journey, do what it is asking you to do, or have it come out the way that P. Diddy is dealing with right now, because that is the example we all need to look at right now. And we might not have those sort of gruesome skeletons in our closet, but the shadows that are in there are going to come out in one way or another, because that is how this new world begins. You need to have a spiritual connection with yourself. You need to have spiritual habits. You need to have a way to look into your depths. And I don't care how you do that. Get a therapist, go to meditation. I don't care, but you need one. Trust me. If you would like me to help you with that, I can do an analysis of the map of your psyche, of your birth chart, and we can look at exactly where your secrets are going to come out, exactly what you're hiding, and exactly how your best way forward goes. So, check my website out if you would like any of those pieces of information or any assistance through me. Trust me, there is no way of keeping secrets under this energy. Not a chance. So as we move forward, step into this spiritual journey, ready to take responsibility, ready to be disciplined in how you move forward, and ready to believe in yourself, in your authentic self, more than you think anybody else can, because that is how we start this journey. Truly believing that we are worthy of being seen in all our weirdness, in all our quirks, in all our authenticity. And until each and every one of us is doing that, we do not fully step forward into the new world. The next 2 years are going to be a confusing and eye-opening couple of years. And I advise you very highly to start a spiritual journey that you can control, because we live in a meaningless existence. It is up to us to decide what the meaning of everything that happens to us is. And you can decide that the meaning of it is to blame other people and to stay in a negative energy, or you can believe that it is to teach you something about how to best move forward. That is up to you. That is where we take responsibility for how we move forward. And remember, never be afraid to go into your shadow. That is where the gold is held. And as always, stay weird.